Okay, I'm just going to browse back to rangeversusrange.com. It's going to remember who I am because I'm already logged in. Now I've just got an email notification saying that it's my turn in my game against Villain. So log in, I can see this here in my games. This is a competition mode game playing against Villain here, so I'm just going to click through to that game where it'll be my turn. You can tell it's your turn when you see the range editor tab there. But the most important thing is when you come back to a game like this is you want to see what's happened since you last acted. So we raised pre-flop. I'm just going to click on the history tab here and see what's happened. So here we can see my range action, raising to 5 with 74.66% of hands. And then I actually do raise. And then Villain calls. Don't know what he calls with. It's up to my hand reading skill to guess. So then we have a flop. Flop is 10 of spades, jack diamonds, 6 of clubs, and Villain checks. So that tells us he didn't donk bet the flop. Probably doesn't tell us much. So basically we've got a standard passive flop, and it's on us on the button to bet or check. This is also summarized here. The pot is 10 chips, which is 5 big blinds. I raised 2.5 big blinds pre-flop, if you recall, and Villain has already checked, and it's on me to act now. So here we are, range editor. This is my range from pre-flop. Now, what do I want to do? What hands do I want to check? What hands do I want to bet? What hands do I want to fold? Well, I don't want to fold any, although I am allowed to if I want to. I think strategically here is a question of whether or not Villain's ever going to be check raising. I don't think he's got masses of 10s and jacks in his range, which is good. So I think I can pretty freely bet anything here, and I'll look for pot control on later streets. So I'm going to go ahead and just bet like a crazy bastard. I've got touch screen here, it makes this a little easier. Sneezing on video. It's so bad I feel like starting again. I might just cut that bit out. So what am I betting here? A bit more sneezing. I do like to mix up my sneezing range. Just because it looks involuntary, then if you can do it well, of course you're reversing the tell. So even online, that can be quite relevant, reversing your tells, particularly sneezing tells. So I really am going to just, I'm going to bet the shit out of this. So I'm already betting 50% hands. We've got a lot of hands with a bit of a draw here, down here as well. See my sniffing, of course, adds weight to the, I'm telling a believable story with my sneezes, obviously. And I guess the question is, if I see bet a hand with a queen, queen 7, I mean, is he going to fold enough with my 1 over card that I profit? Is he going to? Look, he's probably not. It's not the kind of mistake you make here. He's probably going to look me up very light on this flop. So I might just check that back. Might check these back. Might check these back. take a free look at these cards. And look, I'm really just playing exploitively here if I just check everything. So if I check all this, I'm really just taking I'm giving up, but I'm taking a free card with all these hands. 45% hands, and the rest I'm just playing exploitively, continuing with. He's probably going to have trouble continuing. Maybe I could bet all these hands. Doesn't matter. This is not about strategy. Now, how much do I want to bet? I don't remember. Pot is 10, so I'm going to bet. Well, let's have a think about this. If I bet 10 here, pot size bet. I bet 30 on the turn. It's pot size bet. I bet 90 on the river. It's a pot size bet. And I've got 100 chips just sitting behind. Well, not quite 100 chips. I've got about 80 chips sitting behind, going to waste. So I feel like I should either just bet small here, encourage him to look me up light, or I should just go crazy. Let's go crazy. But if I'm going to go crazy, I'm going to want to bet bigger. So let's go crazy. Let's change these into bets. Not holding these as, not holding these as checks anymore. This lets me move them from my check range to my bet range. Clicking bet. There we have it. I'm betting 2/3 of the time like a crazy bugger. I'm going to bet twice the pot like a crazy bugger. And then I'm probably going to have a bet of 50, which is pot on the turn, and 100. Let me think about that. 50, which is pot on turn, and then 100, which is half pot on river, which is pretty good for a reasonably wet flop like this. Get all the chips in. Click do it. What's going to happen? I'm going to check, or I'm going to bet. I happened to bet. I could have checked there. That could have been a check. You can see it in the history now. 34% of the time I'm checking, 65% of the time I'm betting. Just due to luck. 2/3 of the time I'm going to bet there. This happened to be one of those 2/3 of the time. That's just a bit lucky for me. That strengthens my range. My results for this hand probably going to be a bit better than they would have been if I checked back with pretty much nothing. My only hope was turning an overcard, overpair, or bluffing later. So now we wait, it's his turn. Let's go and see what he does. See you on the next video.